it was great. It was totally great for Ben, and he deserved it. And he's given those Pittsburgh fans a lot to cheer about. And now, guess what? Welcome to the rest of the NFL, where you are in a quarterback quandary or in quarterback hell, and you got to try to figure out.
Until Aaron Rodgers goes there, right?
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Russell Wilson. Who knows? But I don't. Now, the point is that like watching Baker Mayfield last night, he's a year ahead of Daniel Jones. Watching Lamar Jackson this year, he's a year ahead of Daniel Jones. Both of these guys were on the cusp of signing new contracts coming into this year because both of them have gotten their teams to the playoffs. And, of course, Lamar Jackson was the MVP a couple years back. Now, you sit here and you go, okay, am I going to invest $300 million in either one of those players? And if I don't do that, they'll pick up their fifth-year option, is what they'll have to play for. And I believe that they'll have to do it'll be a prove-it year for them next year.
You really think Baker's going to come back, huh? After all the criticism this year, all the ups and downs of the wife and everything else, I'm like, well, Mitchell Trubisky didn't have that last year. Remember, they ended up getting rid of him. Like, and he went to Buffalo to be the backup. So I see something like that going on with that. I can't see him coming back.
All right, so you can't see Daniel Jones coming back. You can't see Baker Mayfield coming back.
Well, hold on. Stop. I can see, because I think the Giants are stupid, bringing Daniel Jones back. I can see that.
But you don't.
But I don't think that's the right thing to do. With Baker Mayfield's situation out there, I mean, he is like, everybody hates him.
All right, so where's he going?
Anywhere that wants a backup, I don't know. Or maybe they give him a shot to win a job in a camp, but, he's not going to go back to Cleveland, is he? You've even said it before, like he's like public enemy number one out there right now.
And what is he? And so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What are the Browns going to do? Are they going to go back into quarterback hell again?
Probably.
At least they have a face of the franchise right now. It's the one thing I'll say about Baker. And I thought Brian Griese did a hell of a job last night because he was talking about double clutching and throwing, and he clearly illustrated where Baker should have been throwing the ball and he wasn't throwing the ball. There was a lot of indecision. There's a lack of confidence. And it's hard to say that, this is what happens to guys at times. And there's one guy out there I know that is sitting just enjoying what is happening to both the Giants and the Browns. And that would be one Odell Beckham Jr.
You think he pays attention to that at all?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Hey, he's got 5 touchdowns.
He's got a pregnant girlfriend right now. He's out there playing well with the Rams. He's looking back now.
Oh,
you think
100%.
He's looking back? You think maybe the Browns.
Do. And I'm not just saying this isn't just Odell Beckham Jr. We all would be doing that.
Maybe the Browns, but like the Giants, it's been so long.
Remember how Odell always felt like it was people were always on him because he felt like other people felt he was the distraction, he was the problem, the boat trip, this, the that, the acting like a dog in Philadelphia, all the problems and getting hurt in Cleveland and the amount of money they were spending on him.
Yeah.
So there was always this mindset that if you were an Odell defender, an Odell believer, that any sort of criticism that was being thrown at him was being thrown at him because why? Because we didn't like him, or because we felt like he was a distraction, or this and the other.
A lot of times he was.
Whatever the nonsense was. Yeah. But now, past all of that, past everything that Odell's been through, he's playing with the Rams. He's got 5 touchdowns with them. He's got a quarterback that can get him the ball. He's got Cooper Kupp, who's who's the number 1 receiver in the NFL right now in terms of receptions and everything else. So there's that distraction on the field that allows him to go one-on-one, and Matthew Stafford's finding him, and Sean McVay's finding ways to get him the ball. And now all of a sudden, I know for a fact that because if it were me, I'd be doing it.
Sure.
And if it were you, you'd be doing it too.
Human nature, I guess. I just feel like with the Giants, it's just so long ago. I don't even think he's thinking about the Giants anymore.
But the Giants, like now, are one of the worst teams in the league and have been for 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're right there with the Jets.
Yeah.
So Odell Beckham Jr. is out in California where he wanted to be. He's out there playing on a Super Bowl-ready team. He's playing with a quarterback that can get him the ball, a coach that wants to get him the ball. His team in Cleveland sucks. They're now out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
His team in New York sucks. They're out of the playoffs.
Been out of the playoffs.
And you know what? Odell Beckham Jr., there's a very good chance that the Rams could be hosting the Super Bowl this year in SoFi Stadium, much like Tampa Bay hosted the Super Bowl last year.
That drives me nuts. I'm so off the Rams now ever since they got Odell Beckham Jr. Now I'm just rooting against them.
This is what I'm talking about.
I can't stand it.
This is the thing.
I don't want to see him have any success like that.
If I were an Odell defender and I were a friend of Odell and I heard you say that, you say, you see, that's proof right there.
Just the classic sports gratification would be a pain in the ass and then get everything you want these days. That's what today's sports star is. Just be a pain in the ass and then you get whatever the hell you want. So Odell Beckham Jr. was a pain in the ass. He got everything he wanted.
Artemi Panarin took less money to come to the Rangers.
Oh, okay.
And he wasn't a pain in the ass.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's one example in a different sport.
He's a superstar.
Yeah, but every time we see this James Harden pain in the ass, got what he wanted.
I don't know. That's all right.
Anthony Davis pain in the ass, got what he wanted.
Hey, you know what can I tell you?
Odell Beckham Jr. pain in the ass. Jalen Ramsey pain in the ass, got what he wanted.
Mika Zibanejad took less money to stay here. Chris Kreider took less money to stay here. Ryan Strome took less money to stay here. I mean, they all wanted to stay here. No pain in the ass. No pain in the ass.
Please
nothing.
Save me.
Just winning. But
you would agree that happens a lot in pro sports today.
Well, was Aaron Rodgers a pain in the ass?
Yes, 100%. And you know what? He may not be on the team next year, even though they have so much success, which doesn't make any sense to me.
See, I think he is on a mission this year. You know when a guy gets on a mission?
Gets on a mission?
Like
it's a mission season here for...
It's a mission season here for Aaron Rodgers,
okay.
Yes. I think he's on a mission to go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it, become the MVP, and then tell Green Bay, see ya, I'm going to Denver.
See, you really think it's going to be Denver? But what's so great about Denver compared to where he is now?
Well, first of all...
That's what I don't understand.
Denver's locked and loaded at wide receiver, locked and loaded at tight end, locked and loaded at running back, locked and loaded on the offensive line. So all they need is somebody to pull the trigger.
But don't they have that in Green Bay? Why would he want to leave?
Yeah, well, just because he's...
You know what he should do?
You said he was a pain in the ass.
He is a pain in the ass.
I don't
understand.
want him to leave.
I do want him to leave.
Right. I just think he's on a mission, man.
I wanted him to leave last year,
He may get his 4th MVP this year.
He probably should.
I don't know. Yeah, he's right. I'm telling you. So this week, Brady, I know going into the Jet game after being shut out by the Saints and all this other stuff, you knew that this was going to be a game where he was going to have to put up huge numbers if he wanted to keep whatever slim margin he may have. Of course, in the
over
MVP
400
race.
yards, throws a game-winning touchdown pass.
I mean, come on, man.
He's playing without major wide receivers there. Antonio Brown quits during the game. Yeah, I mean.
53rd comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's, of course.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers.
He's 44 years old.
You should just give it to him based on that. Really?
He's got over 40 touchdowns 2 years in a row. 80 touchdowns for Tampa Bay at the age of 44 and 43 and 44.
I mean, if it wasn't for Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers would be the old guy winning another championship.
I would think.
MVP.
Look, I'm one of the voters for the MVP, as you know.
Yep.
And I'm stuck right now, man. I'm like, and the thing about it is Green Bay doesn't have to play this week. They locked up the number 1 seed. Tampa has to play. They want to keep the seeds. They want to see if they can, get to the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
But I just
should give it to Daniel Jones. You seem to like him a lot.
You know what?
Give him a little MVP vote.
Why do you have to do that? Like, why do you have to bring back the negativity?
I'm not being negative. I'm just saying you seem to really like Daniel Jones and have his back.
What is it with you radio people?
You give him the MVP vote.
I don't understand. You just making stuff up now?
No, I mean you tend to love the guy. You really love the guy. You think he deserves another shot and everything else. So
I do like the kid. I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's going to be the next Brett Favre or the next Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying that.
Is he even the next Dave Brown?
I would like to see maybe just somehow. I'm not going to say it. I just want him to figure it out. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And I want him to learn how to play the position in the league so he doesn't get hurt. That's a big portion of my belief in him. That the problem with him is that if this sounds going to sound ridiculous and you won't understand it. Because the days of you playing anything are so far in the
long
rearview
gone.
mirror.
Yes,
it's
long gone.
like you can't even appreciate what I'm going to say here.
Okay, go for it.
The kid wants it so bad that he's willing to risk his body to ingratiate himself to his teammates in the fan base. That's a big problem. He's got to refine that portion of his game.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.